Hello, welcome back to Oracle PL/SQL tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to introduce you for your PL/SQL project. The executive summary of your project is like this. We are going to develop a class scheduler system. So what we have, consider that we have a college which is offering multiple courses and offering multiple courses at multiple different times. For example, this college is offering 6 courses at 6 different times. That means Oracle can be taught at these times like 7 to 9 or 9 to 11 or 1 to 3 or 3 to 5 and so on. Similarly, Java can be taught at times like 7 to 9 and so on. Alright, and then what you do, we collect students information. We ask student three preferences. For example, student 1 gave his three preferences as 1, 3, 2. That means student ID 1 is going to be very happy if I am going to teach him course ID 1. He will be moderately happy if I am going to teach him course ID 3. He will be least happy if I am going to teach him course ID 2. Similarly, he will be very happy if I am going to take the class at time preference number 4. He will be moderately happy if I'm going to take the class at time preference 1. He will be least happy if I'm going to take at 4. Okay, so if this is the scenario, like whenever I ask the students, so they gave this thing, and then I have collected such information about 12 students. Okay, and then this is just to for the sake of brevity I am showing you 12, but you have to do up to 1000 students. Okay, and the more the data set, the better will be your programming skills and all this thing. Like the better will be you can test your code. All right, so therefore you populate 1000 users, 1000 students with different kinds of random preferences of courses and time. Then once you are done with that, what I'm asking you is, can you give me a group? Okay, so out of this, create group of 4 students whose cumulative preferences of course and time are the best. That means out of these 12 students, I'm going to choose group 1 will be done based on 4 students I can pick. Whatever students I'm going to pick, if they have a common preferences or the cumulative score of those preferences is the best. Okay, so for example, I can just see this table here, and then I figure out that okay, so look like 1, 6, 10 and 12, all of them wanted to learn course ID 1. That means if I form a group with 1, 6, 10, 12, then this group must learn course ID 1, which is Oracle. Okay, then if that is the case, then I should also see if this student ID 1, 6, 10 and 12, what is their time preferences, and then maybe they are the best fit from the course point of view, maybe they are worst fit from the time point of view. Then 1, 6, 10, 12 cannot form a group. Okay, so that is what I am saying is cumulative preferences should be the best. Okay, so this is the question, and then once the group 1 is formed, then I'm going to make those, let's say I create a group 1 using user say 2, 7, 2, 6, 12, 7. Okay, then I'm going to update their status saying that these students are already allocated to a group, and in the next pass I'm going to create group 2 with another 4 students. So in 3 iteration I can complete my group creation with 3 groups because I have 12 students. Okay, so maybe like if you see the group 1 maybe the best group, group 3 maybe the worst group, because they don't really match with anything, but still I have to keep them, and this is how I'm going to create my group. So this is the question. I hope you understand the question. If not, this document is also available in the website. And what is the assignment you should do is this: create a design spec, and your design spec should contain about the algorithm that you are going to use, and it also contain about the database schema you want to use. Then number 2 is write a test program to populate dummy data. I want 1000 records for students, so 1000 students, and 40 different courses, 10 times 10 different time slots. Okay, so you should have this thing. And then number 3 is for coding, use PLSQL, and we would use a lot of cursor. So these are the important things that you need to, if you don't, then go and revise the videos. You need to do a lot of cursors. PLSQL composite data type, then you use concepts of packages, that means stored procedure, stored functions, and all these things. And also you need to do exception handling. So if you have not done these videos on these things, I would recommend to go on and see these videos first, get the concepts and do the quizzes, and then come and try to do this project. What I'm expecting here is that by end of this code, if you do it properly, you should have written more than 1000 plus lines of PLSQL code that involves all this iteration control, exception, cursors, and all this thing. So all whatever you learn will be you are going to use in this practice for this live project. After you finish this coding, do a thorough testing. Thorough testing means like populate using dummy data, and then test your algorithm, how long it takes, how effective are they, whatever groups you are creating, if that makes sense, if you see the results yourself, and so on. And number 5, you create a user document which will say how do I, basically if you package your PLSQL procedure, test program, your SQL scripts, and all this thing, then the end user can install this thing on his own machine and try to see if, try to test your program or try to run your program. Okay, so basically give some kind of user document so that an end user can use your system. So this is what about our PLSQL project. I hope you'll have a good time in coding this thing, and then we are going to put some more documents, hints, and all those things, but we don't give the solution here. Rather you try and then submit your solution to contact@orasoft.com. And also I would recommend to, if you have any questions and all these things, participate in the discussion forum. We will help you in there. Thank you.